So we're Team Iqra, and we're here today to present to you Iqra.ai. So we built this AI chatbot to solve a problem that many users, that many Muslims face nowadays. So Muslims such as Aisha. Now, Aisha is familiar with basic written and spoken Arabic, but as a Muslim, she feels that there's a disconnect between reading the Quran and understanding its meaning. In an ideal world, she would love to be able to understand what she's reading via a convenient and interactive learning tool. Now, there are tools available, such as mentorship, books, and apps, but these are quite costly and usually not very interactive. And we have found that the fastest way to learn a language is through conversation. Now, this is where we come in. Iqra AI is an AI chatbot that is designed to converse with the user, i.e., Aisha, allowing the user to learn Quranic Arabic verses, including the tafsir. And as a result of this, it allows users like Aisha to become closer to the Quran and become better Muslims. So I'll just pass across to Zainab, who will take us through the tools that she used to create the app and the demo.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zainab, and I'm going to go through the tech solution that we use for this. We use Python and Django for the backend because our backend developers were most familiar with these. And for the front end, we use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. For the future iterations, we'll be using React because it has improved readability and reduced size. For the data, we used SQLite because it is embedded in Django, and this makes it perfect for hackathons. As for the last one, OpenAI API, we use this to power the chatbot's conversations, and we use the free trial to get started. Now let's go to the demo. I'm gonna just get started. This is the landing page, and we'll be creating an account. This is the instructions page. Here we can see how Iqra.ai works. We can see that we have 5 lessons in the first word. We will have practice sessions and sentence tests for each of the words in the lesson. And after we're done with lesson 1 of the 5, after we're done with 5 words of the lesson 1, we'll go to lesson 2 and similarly finish all the 4 lessons. And once we're done with all 4 lessons, we will have a verse from the Quran to translate. And when we finish the verse, we will have its tafsir. And this is the whole of level A. And once we're done with level A, we will go to the next level. This is what level A looks like. We have 4 lessons, and this is lesson 1 with its 5 words. So let's get started and go to the chatbot page. This is the chatbot page. Here on the sidebar, you can see information related to the user's level and lesson. We can see the current words. We can also see the profile here, the personal information of the user, the learned words, previously learned words, and current lesson words. We can see the vocabulary, like we can see the progress. And let's just go back to the lesson. So I'm going to start practice session. Here it gives us the 5 words. This introduces it to us, and then we have to create a sentence using the word min in it. This is part of practicing. So I'm just going to say ana min al hind. So now I've sent this message with the word min in it. Now the bot is going to respond also with a sentence. Also with a sentence that has the word min in it. As you can see, أنا أتعلم العربية منك, which means I learn Arabic from you. That's really sweet. I'll just say something else in Arabic. I'll say أنا آتٍ من البيت, and it's gonna reply with another sentence that has the word min in it. This helps the user become familiar with the word in different sentences. Now, the practice session goes on like this for 10 messages. So I'm just going to go to a different account where I've set it to sentence test so that we can see how that works. And here it is. We can start the sentence test. Now, the bot is going to give me a sentence test, a sentence to translate. Just wait a few seconds. Yeah. That's my job search council meeting alarm. Here we have the sentence أنا أسكن في بيت جميل من الطوب. Not sure what طوب means, so I can click on the word to see the translation. It says brick. أنا أسكن في بيت جميل من طوب, which means I live in a house, in a beautiful house. In a beautiful house made of bricks, basically. It's going to tell me if that's right or wrong. It says that is the right translation, and it's going to give me the next sentence to translate. أنا سأكون في المدرسة غدا. Okay, let's just give a wrong answer and see what happens. Let's say I am going to my house. So it tells me that's not right. Try again, and then it's going to give me the same word but a different sentence to translate. So that's how sentence tests work. Now we can see how verse tests work with another, because we don't want to go through everything. So here we have the verse test. When we click on start verse test, it's going to give us a verse to translate. The verse is ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر. So we're going to just type in the meaning. The night of glory is better than 1,000 months. And when we enter that, it's going to tell us whether our translation is right or wrong. It tells us that it's the right translation. Now we can see the tafsir. So the tafsir, we have the 3 verses for the tafsir because we want to understand it in the context. We have the summarized tafsir here. And if you want to know more about the verses, if you want the detailed tafsir, we can use this link provided to go to the website and see the whole tafsir. And that's it for the demo. We can click on start next level to go to the next level. And as you can see, it's been updated with new words. And I will now hand over to Tahira to explain how the journey of this was.
So moving on to risks and rewards. So as a team, we reflected on how the last month went, and we thought about what went well, alhamdulillah, and what could we do even better next time. So we just want to point out one big takeaway as we are limited in time. So we actually only have backend developers on the team, and we had no one on front end. And so we actually familiarize ourselves with the front end, and we actually got stronger in it, even though we had a front end developer who had to drop out, unfortunately, but we actually mitigated the risk and we were able to adjust and work through it. And finally, just to wrap up, we want to show you what the future of Iqra.ai looks like. So Iqra.ai in the future, we're hoping to introduce new features. And one of the features that we want to introduce is text-to-speech and vice versa, speech to text. So the user can actually talk to the bot and not just text. So that's our presentation. And Jazakumullah khairan for listening, and for Tech Sisters for giving us all this opportunity.